Hello everyone. Welcome to Ponderings of the Priest. We continue our ponderings this week examining living the values of Jesus, pondering how are we to live the values that Jesus teaches us. And the value I'd like us to ponder together today is generosity. Generosity, not just material generosity, not just financial generosity, but generosity of spirit as well. That is manifested in so many things. Generosity of spirit is manifested in joy and forgiveness and peace, and there's just a lot of dimensions to a generosity of spirit. It includes curiosity of, ooh, what's out there in the world? And I think that most of our generosity is perpetuated, perhaps, with the mindset of gratitude for all that we are and all that we have, and for God as our Savior, for God's unconditional, infinite love for us. And here's what it is. It's that for all that God has done for me and continues to do for me, I can never give enough of myself, of all of me, and this goes back to loving God with all our heart and all our mind and all our soul and all our strength and everything that we are, and giving that back to God and to the world in the building of the kingdom that Christ calls us to. Christ gives us several examples in his teachings of his values of generosity. In Matthew, he tells us that if someone wants our shirt, we need to give them our coat as well. That if someone forces us to go a mile with them, we need to go the second mile with them as well. He berates the Pharisees and the Sadducees for their lack of generosity and their greediness. He clears the temple of the money changers who have taken something that was intended to offer sacrifice for God and turned it into a personal profit for themselves. And he clears the temple and he says, my house is a house of prayer, and you will not let your greed take over for what God's intentions are. And so that goes into the opposite of what generosity is. It goes into greed. It goes into stinginess. And it goes into fear, really, that I might not have enough. That maybe God hasn't done as much for me as I think God should have done for me. Maybe I should have a better house or a better car or a better job or more money in the bank, or whatever the or is. And our lists are quite long sometimes. And so as we ponder generosity, what we can ponder is, am I living a generous life? Or am I living a life that's based in fear of scarcity, that I might not have enough? Is it based in a stinginess that I don't want to give all that I am and all that I have in return for all that God has done for me? I'm sort of grateful, but I also think that I've done most of this myself, and I don't even recognize that God is the source of everything for me. So something for us to ponder today of, am I generous? Do I have a generous heart? Do I have a generous spirit? Am I generous in sharing my material wealth? Have a nice week, everybody.